All right, I think we can get started now. Hi, welcome, folks. Today we're going to touch a little bit on the differences between the help desk and the service desk functions for most organizations. We're going to focus on not only the differences between the two, but a lot of the rationale and the benefits of why organizations really would like to take an approach of separating these two functions and looking at them differently. In the presentation, we're going to provide examples and differences between two solutions from Freshworks. These solutions are called Freshdesk, which is for the external help desk, and Freshservice for your internal service desk. Now, the key concepts that we're going to be talking about, the capabilities, the business processes, those are really going to apply to any organization. So really, if you're not using a Freshworks product, this discussion, these topics are still going to apply to you, whether you're using solutions like Zendesk, NICE, Salesforce, ServiceNow, Spiceworks, ManageEngine, any ticketing solution that's really going to apply to you, and determining, is that ticketing solution meant for your help desk or for your service desk, or are you using it for both today? So we have quite a few flavors, and that's what we're going to be presenting on today. Just a quick bio on myself. I'm your host, David Apple. I've been working for over 10, 12 years in various roles, helping organizations evaluate different service desk and ITSM solutions. I've been with Flycast Partners now for over 7 years in a couple different leadership roles, wearing many hats. What I've been doing most recently is I'm part of our customer advocacy program and taking a big focus on understanding our clients' business drivers, demands in the market, and making sure that we're providing the right type of market research and materials to our clients to help them be successful. Now, the star of the show today is going to be somebody with more than twice the experience in IT than I have, Bobby McCullough. I'm not trying to out age there, Bobby, but you've been around a little while. And great thing is we don't see too many grays in your photo here just yet. So Bobby, you specialize in IT service management, asset management, financial management. And I know before Flycast, you've been working with different healthcare agencies and different financial institutions, as well as state and federal governments, which you're kind of covering the vast variety of the audience we have, because we do have people on the call from not only the financial institutions, the healthcare sector. I'm also seeing some attendees from different manufacturing states. So not only is your expertise going to be beneficial about the ticketing portions, but really the overall strategy and some of the examples you might be able to give us throughout the presentation. I know now with Flycast, Bobby's been helping advise our clients and aligning them on their IT strategy and the different business goals and what they're looking to achieve.
Thanks, David. Nice to be here.
All right. Well, I'll kind of turn it over to you, Bobby, and kind of looking forward to seeing the differences between the help desk and the service desk. So why don't you take us through some of these?
Well, let's take the first item there. So at its core, the purpose of help desk, or the main benefit of help desk, is going to be to help solve external customer issues. Organizations will have issues internally, but they also have issues from their external customers. I need a refund. I need a replacement. Your website is down. So they're going to need a way to support those external customers. And when you do support them, you're going to need a single pane of glass so that you know everything that you need to know about that customer. What were their purchases? What were their other issues that you've contacted them about? Where was their purchase? Where are they a customer? And so on. So very, very helpful at the help desk level to have that in a single pane of glass so that all that information is available at your fingertips. Our next item, delivering answers to external customer questions. How do I file a warranty claim? How do I get a refund? All of those type of things that are coming from external customers. All of that allows you to assess external customer satisfaction. The whole purpose behind help desk is making happy customers, because that drives sales. And finally, gauging your agent effectiveness. That's really something that's true across the board. You want to know how effective your agents are performing their duties. And so a benefit of help desk is going to be the ability to help gauge that effectiveness through metrics. So let's talk a minute about service desk benefits. Again, what's its core customer? It's your internal customer. Now, here we state that it's primarily technology issues, but enterprise service desk really is more than just IT issues. It could be HR, travel, payroll. So the service desk really is designed to help those internal customers as opposed to external. And just like the help desk, it's going to provide you a single pane of glass for everything you need to know about that internal customer. What department are they a member of? Where are they located in your organization? Maybe their contact information within your organization and so on. So very helpful, again, to have that single pane of glass for all that information about those customers. So it's going to deliver answers to questions for those internal customers. The questions are different between internal customers and external customers. And so Service Desk is going to be catered to the questions that your internal customers are going to be asking. And it's going to assess your internal customer satisfaction. We'll talk a little more about this later. The internal customer satisfaction, just like external customer satisfaction, is a gauge really of something else. It's a gauge of your effectiveness as an IT organization. And then finally, you also need to know how effective your agents or technicians have been at the tasks that you've given them. So what are the differences? Let's take a look at this at a high level. So help desk, again, primarily external facing customers with either requests or services. Service desk are those internal customers. Help desk is going to allow you to leverage social media. Obviously, they can email you. Maybe you've got a Snapchat connection or something like that. So lots of ways that your external customers can reach you at the help desk. The whole point there is that those external customers have their own ways of reaching you. You have the ability to leverage that through connectors through the help desk so that you can interact with those customers through those channels. Over on the service desk side, there are still multiple points of contact, really not as many as you might have for the help desk and external customers. You're going to be able to take emails. Obviously, you'll have a support portal where your coworkers can come in and register their tickets in the system. But you also may have integrations with maybe HR system so that when an employee needs to be onboarded, maybe that starts in the HR system and then pushes over to the service desk for completion. So both have multiple levels of contact. It's geared around who that customer is going to be. The third item there, help desk is really focused on customer care, while service desk is focused on internal improvements.
Bobby, you mentioned, the help desk focused on customer care, service desk on internal improvements. But, I got to think that you're really looking at customer care and both sides. But, how do you really approach these differently? To me, it all seems like it just connects to the same root is we want happy customers and we want happy end users regardless.
The difference really lies in, but you're exactly right. On some level, it's a difference without a distinction. But the difference lies in the goal of that focus. So what's the goal of an organization to have happy customers, external customers? It's that they come back and buy your goods or services again. They tell their friends and family about your goods and services. That's what drives the need for a help desk to focus on customer care. Service desk is, like you said, it's still focused on customer care, but what does that internal customer care mean? Think uptime with your environment, availability in the environment. Those are things that if your email goes down or your laptop goes out and isn't working, you're not able to do your job. And so that's lost productivity for the organization. So both of these are really focusing on the bottom line, helping to drive that bottom line. But they're coming at it from different perspectives. The help desk is helping to drive sales by keeping those customers happy. Service desk is keeping the internal team sleek and speedy and nimble and able to perform their duties in a timely fashion so that the organization can drive profits from a bottom line perspective. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense, Bobby. And it almost makes me think of another issue we're kind of facing today's workforce, employee retention and giving an employee good workspace, right? And when they can do their job effectively without issues, without delay and concerns, you're going to have a happier workforce and an enjoyable place to work as well.
That's a great point. With the job market the way that it is today, for your coworkers, your internal customers, to have an Amazon-like experience through your organization, that's really what you're driving for through the service desk. Speaking of Amazon, that really brings us to that last point there. Amazon is sort of the if you need it, they've got it. Started out as books, but now if you need shoes, if you need paper towels, a watch, all of those things are available. So at that level, the big difference between help desk and service desk is help desk helps drive customer relationship management. It's not necessarily a CRM solution by itself, but it is a big part of a customer relationship management, focusing on that customer care and understanding everything possible about that customer. And then over on the service desk side, enterprise service management is really about applying ITIL best practices to not just IT ticketing, but also to HR ticketing, to facilities ticketing. The process for fixing a bad Wi-Fi node at some level is much like the same process for replacing a light bulb. It's just a different group that request or that ticket needs to go to. And that's what Enterprise Service Manager provides. Customer relationship, single pane of glass about your external customers and all your contacts with them. Enterprise Service Management, single pane of glass about your internal customers and all your points of contact with them.
So this next slide, Bobby, I think we want to focus on, we have a lot of people on the call today. I've seen through the reports that have the Freshdesk product. We have some people that use the Freshservice product, and then we have a lot of people who are using different tools in different areas of the business. So can you maybe go a little bit over, the differences between those tools that Freshworks as a company has that stay in their lane?
So Freshdesk, that's Freshworks help desk solution. So it's going to have social media integration, so you can bring in Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and allow social media responses. You can use them to create tickets in the system so that you can manage. And by doing that, you're able to be a little more proactive when someone publishes on Twitter, hey, this organization's website is down. You can know about that right away from that Twitter post before anybody adds a ticket in your system. Customer segmentation. So you've got lots of customers, especially if you're a big organization with lots of goods and services that you provide. So you're going to want to segment out those customers. You want to be able to understand which are in a particular vertical or maybe a particular location or area of the country. So your help desk solution in Freshdesk is going to allow you to do that. Agent collision detection. The whole purpose in help desk is helping solve those external customer issues quickly. So you drive your agents to jump on those tickets and get them resolved. In doing that, you could have some potential agent collision. We both try to grab the ticket at the same time. Freshdesk has built-in agent collision detection so that you're not going to both be grabbing the same ticket and doing work on the same ticket at the same time. A team inbox, a single pane of glass where all of your communications through the system can be managed and viewed. Very easy for you to jump out to a ticket or to a chat conversation from that inbox. It's a single pane of glass for all of your interactions within the tool. Solution article analytics. A big part of either help desk or service desk is going to be providing solution articles to your end user customers. You've got to know which of those articles are helpful and which are not. The ones that aren't helpful, you have to understand, is it because the information is useless today, or is it because the information is outdated? And those analytics allow you to do that. An AI assist bot. This is where your customers can come in and get assistance, answers to their questions, maybe create a ticket in the system without your interaction. A great way to scale. You've got organizations where maybe at Christmas time, starting on Black Friday, your help desk is deluged with customers. Having that AI assist bot allows you to flex during that time and allows customers to come in through that AI assist bot and take care of themselves, get their help, enter their ticket without any help from you. Very, very helpful with scaling. And finally, they're just general reporting. Where are our tickets coming from? Where are they coming from a location perspective? Where are they coming from a customer perspective, a product or service perspective, or an issue perspective? All of those type of reporting options are available, as well as everything you need to know to track effectiveness of your agents. Freshservice, service level agreements. That's something that you don't really have with external customers. Service level agreements are going to be your guarantee or promise to resolve issues by a certain point in time, to fulfill service requests by a certain point in time. Next is problem and change management. Now, sometimes we hear about customers that maybe for a cost reason or other reason decided to go to Freshdesk instead of Freshservice. Problem and change in CMDB are some of the main reasons why an organization might not want to do that. Because even if you're not at an idle maturity level yet, that you're doing problem management or change management, or even using a CMDB, at some point in time in your maturity, you're going to be there. You don't want the cost associated with migrating your information from Freshdesk over to Freshservice, those IT tickets or HR tickets or facilities tickets over. It's best for those to start in Freshservice, then take advantage of problem management, change management, and CMDB when it's appropriate. Problem management is where you've got an outage. Think of it along the lines of an outage. Change management is the fix for that outage. Someone has to okay that fix. CMDB is understanding what's in my environment and all the attributes of it, its connections to other devices in my environment to help me do better root cause analysis when those tickets come in. Freshservice has the ability for automation and orchestration. So when you've got that employee to onboard, a part of that onboarding process is going to be to create that employee's Active Directory account. That's something that you could automate. The installation of an application, that type of thing, is something that could be automated through a connection with an automation or orchestration tool. Freshservice also has an AI chatbot. Again, that's focused more on internal customers. So rather than that being, a connection to Twitter or WhatsApp or something like that, there's an internal chatbot. There's also a connection to Teams, because that's how a lot of internal organizations communicate. Finally, reporting, the same type of reporting available over on Freshdesk. Metrics around whether you've met your service level agreements, metrics on your ticket volume to help you with scheduling, metrics on your problem change assets, understanding which assets their warranty is expiring and it's time to refresh them. So all of those type of options are available there. So just to recover, Freshdesk again allows you to easily connect with external customers through many different channels. It allows you to reduce your manual touch points through automation and the connections through those channels. Provides you a centralized location, that single pane of glass for all your external customer data, as well as their associated tickets. Analytics to help you understand your agent performance, your capacity, how you're responding, and your customer satisfaction. And provides automated workflows so that you can have frictionless self-service. This is automatic assignment to the proper group when it's a return or when it's a refund. So these are the needs, these are the reasons to consider Freshdesk over Freshservice. So when should you consider Freshservice? You want to utilize idle best practices for your internal IT ticketing, maybe HR or facility issues. You have a need to support service level agreements. Service level agreements are key for IT, not necessarily for the other groups that we're talking about here that would use Freshservice. Now, maybe onboarding or payroll issues, those are something that you might have a service level agreement against. But these are really key for IT issues, so that you know that it's delivered in the proper amount of time that you're advertising, promoting within your organization that you'll deliver it by. Problem management. That's when you need more than just basic ticketing, because you've got an issue that may take several days to resolve. Maybe you've got a workaround, but there's an issue that needs to be fixed, and you need to track the activities involved with that. Maybe that rises to the level of a change. It's a critical infrastructure that maybe needs a new power supply or something like that. That has to be okayed to bring that down. So you want the ability to have those approvals in there through that change management. Freshservice allows that. Finally, asset management. If you have a need to manage your assets from either availability or life cycle perspectives or both, Freshservice is the tool between the two that's going to allow you to do that.
And kind of coming in here to this next portion, Bobby, I think this is probably the area what a lot of people have questions on is, which one to pick depending on your IT maturity and your business goals, and when does it make sense to have both?
So if your issues that you're managing are both internal and external, then that's your first clue that you might need both. If you're needing to support internal and external customers, there very well may be a need for both. If you've got a need to support service level agreements, that's something that is going to point you to Freshservice. But if you've got external customers, again, you've got external customers to support, but you also need to support service level agreements. Well, that's both Freshdesk and Freshservice. And the same is true here with problem management, change management, and asset management. None of those features are available in Service Desk. So when there's a need for any of those features, as well as supporting external customers, that's when it's time to probably think about both of these solutions in your environment. We have the ability to integrate these solutions so that when one of your external customers posts on Twitter that your website is down, that automatically creates a ticket and can automatically create a ticket in Freshdesk. Because that is an IT ticket, that can be automatically pushed to Freshservice. And so now the IT department knows immediately that there's a problem with the website, and no customer or anyone has complained about it.
That's a good story, Bobby. And one of the key factors talking to different organizations that come to Flycast and then say, how can you help us? Sometimes we have some clients, they're ranging all over in their IT maturity. Your opinion, is it sometimes okay to start with one versus the other, or is it really not an apples to apples comparison?
It's really not an apples to apples comparison. Can you perform service desk activities in Freshdesk? You can, but it's going to be at a very low ITIL maturity level. You're going to miss several things that you're probably going to need day one, like service level agreements and the ability to understand your assets. But then down the road, when you need to bring in problem and change management, that's what's going to be lacking there from Freshdesk.
Right. It's kind of like when I'm doing my yard work, it'd be nice to have one of those all-in-one tools, but I do a lot better with an edger for my edging and my weed eater to do my weed eating.
Exactly right.
And I've had the dual one that just doesn't seem to work quite as well, that can switch back and forth, especially in this very clay-filled, rocky terrain of Arkansas I'm in.
It's all about the right tool. That applies to yard work as well as to help desks. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Flycast, David?
So Flycast Partners, we've been around since 2011. We celebrated our 10-year anniversary last year and can't wait to get to our 15-year anniversary a couple years from now. Through our experience, we work with over 1,600 companies in North America. So though we're not the manufacturer of software, we've been around the block and we have quite a great customer base, and we have the mentality customers for life, really striving to delight our customers. Through those experiences, most of the time what we've done has been helping organizations implement the best solution for them. We've done over 5,600 engagements, many of those being first-time implementations, as well as helping our customers enhance the tools they have in place. Because most of the people on here, when you're putting in a new solution and you have a new plan, things change, your company changes, and you want to follow that. We represent over 8 different ticketing solutions, ones that really fall into the small market, medium, large enterprise spaces. There's a different fit for everybody. But I think what really excites me about working with Freshworks is the scalability of the solution. We've been around the block. You have everybody in our organization has a ITIL Foundations certification at the minimum. That goes across the board. But our consultants have a little bit more than that. So if you're in the fresh service space, we don't just bring the product knowledge, but really that ITIL foundation and that ITIL core processes that might apply to your business. We're also a veteran-owned small business. We have that good opportunity to support our veterans, and our leadership group has been around a while, served their time in the military. From here, what we invite people to do is if you're just curious on what type of products work for you, whether you're in the customer service portion of your organization, if you're in the internal service desk, or if you're just different types of leadership. If you have questions and you want to take an in-depth look at these products, what we can do here at Flycast Partners is provide you a demo. We can have an in-depth discussion. We can provide you a trial of the solution. So if you go to our website, and we'll follow up with the recording of this presentation along with some links. So if anybody has questions, would like to kind of figure out how things are going, or if you're using one of these solutions and you'd like to talk about how do you get more of a return on your investment from these Freshworks products, give us a call. Hit us up on through email. We're pretty responsive, and we're really here just to help our customers be successful. Bobby, I want to thank you for the time today, and thank everybody that's been on the call.
Thanks for having me, David.
Yeah, always a pleasure, Bobby. I'm looking forward to doing many more of these with